Thank you, and it's an honor and privilege to be speaking to this galaxy of experts, entrepreneurs, startups, engineers who are working in the field of cutting edge technology, and to kind of signify the name of this summit, bringing in convergence across sectors. And the way technology is evolving these days, today, in the present times, we see technology is not something, especially AI and IT, is not something that's limited to the domain of computers, laptops, mobiles only. In every sector that you do, from this microphone that I am using to the automobiles that you see across, or to the medical equipment that we use on a regular basis, whether it's for measuring blood sugar or whether it's for automatic glucose monitoring or whether it's for high-end machines, CT scans, X-rays, MRIs, everywhere electronics and chips and software and computers have become an integral part of the way we manufacture things, the way we build products. So convergence is the theme, and it's good that you're bringing together all, of course, on the umbrella theme of smart cities and urban mobility. But AI and technology today cuts across almost all sectors. Lately, AI has become a big buzz, rightfully so, because we are so used to using it and so getting dependent on them. Even though AI has been, as a technology, been around for a very, very long time, the term was first coined way back in 1956. But lately, the AI movement, the productization of AI, when everyone here started using AI in their lives, came in a way in November 22, when OpenAI launched ChatGPT. And most people started using it, were amazed at the capability of its ability to create content, write poems, create stories, answer queries, that it very soon, very quickly became a fad. And over the last 2 years or so, we've seen many such products coming in. We have many foundation models which has started dominating our lives. The dependence on these tools have gone up. We have open source tools like Llama 3, Mistral. We have models from ChatGPT. They have come out with O1, they have come out with O3. We have Gemini, we have Claude, we have Indian companies building models. So what has happened is that it has kind of revolutionized the way we access technology. It has become a part of almost all of us would probably in this hall. I would be surprised if there are few who have not already used one foundation model already in the day. So it has become integral to it. Just like we are used to WhatsApp, we are used to Google Search, we are using AI in doing a lot of our work, resulting in enhancing productivity at all levels. It's helping us do our jobs easily, it's helping us do our job better. But with the evolution of technology happening globally, what does it mean for India? What does it mean for us to be able to take advantage of this technology? So when you look at the overall AI landscape, it's very obvious that the countries like US and China are much ahead today. They are the ones who have come out with the state-of-the-art foundation models, and they are the ones who are leading in AI research and innovation. Where does this leave India to? So when we analyze that, we realize that our key strength in the field of technology, in the field of AI, lies in talent, lies in the ability of our engineers to build solutions for many of these companies. And not only artificial intelligence, India has for long known as the tech garage of the world. Our engineers are part of almost all global companies which are doing cutting edge research. Many of them are leading. Some of the companies are even led by people of Indian origin. Many of our Indian companies, whether it's TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, all of them are building tech products for many global companies. Many financial systems, banks, transportation systems, they all are run by products built by Indian companies. So we do have a strong strength when it comes to technology and AI. In fact, the Stanford AI Index 2024 rates India as the #1 country in AI skill penetration. We are very high on the tortoise AI ratings. If you look at the GitHub AI projects, Indians contribute almost 24% of the AI projects on the GitHub repository. So our key strength has been talent. Our key strength has been our human resource, which have been powering technology solutions globally. So what is it that was limiting our ability to compete with the best? So when we analyze that, Government of India set up 6 working groups in 2023 to kind of build the AI roadmap, to identify the gaps that are there in our AI story. And those working groups constituted of experts from industry, from academia, from startups. They went deep into the entire AI ecosystem globally and in India. We did extensive consultations, and then based on that, the gaps were identified. The key gaps, of course, were access to AI compute, access to data sets, access to funding, and based on that, the India AI mission was conceptualized. And India AI mission was approved in 2024, 7th of March by the Union Cabinet, a funding of almost 10,732 crores. And it kind of envisaged implementing AI in India across 7 key pillars. Which are the 7 key pillars? They are primarily addressing the gaps that were identified by the working groups. The first key pillar was, of course, with regard to making AI compute available. So the mission envisaged ensuring that at least 10,000 GPUs, the graphical processing units, or H100s, NVIDIA, which is the company which is dominating in this sector in AI compute, they have more than 80%, 90% market share of that. And they, in fact, in the 2 days back at the NVIDIA GTC at San Jose, they unveiled a variety of products. And the pace at which innovation is happening in this field is mind-boggling. We are already moving on for artificial intelligence to agentic AI to robotics AI, and very soon experts are predicting that we will be reaching artificial general intelligence, wherein there will be humanoids, there will be robots who will be able to do things that humans also cannot do that efficiently. So the objective of the mission, the first pillar, was to make available 10,000 GPUs. Government thought on this, we floated an RFP, request for empanelment, and I'm happy to mention, some of you might already be aware, that we have empaneled 10 service providers who have made available already 14,000 GPUs. And in the next 3 months, we expect many more GPUs to be added. So these GPUs are being set up by the private sector. They will be providing the GPU compute to those who need it, those researchers, those academicians, students, entrepreneurs, startups who are working on AI applications or training models. They will be able to get access to this AI compute, and government will be underwriting it, will be subsidizing it, and the rates that we have got for GPU compute is amongst the lowest in the world. In fact, the average price that we got in the tender was 115 rupees per GPU per hour, and with a 40% subsidy, the end price for an end user becomes almost 67 rupees, less than $1 compared to the market price of $2.5 to $3 per GPU per hour. So that will help those who are wanting to build AI applications get access to AI compute and build those solutions. The second key pillar, of course, was with regard to data sets. How do we make data sets available? Because data sets is core to building any AI application. If you are building an AI application or a model in healthcare or agriculture or skilling or manufacturing, one would need data sets relevant to that sector. So we have built, in fact, our minister launched on the 6th of March, India Datasets Platform, branded as AI Kosh, which will be a repository of Indian datasets, which will have tools, tools like anonymization tools, privacy preservation tools, checking for algorithmic bias, and it will also have models. At one place, those who are wanting to build AI application solutions can get access to this entire spectrum of datasets and tools and models. So AI Kosh is already live, the first version. It has got around 300 datasets to begin with, but over time, more datasets from both government and private sector will be added on. The third key pillar was, of course, about building an Indian foundational model. As I mentioned, currently the foundation models that are being used, whether it's ChatGPT or Llama 3 or Grok or Gemini or Claude, they're all, or DeepSeek, they all are like datasets, the models that have been trained on primarily Western datasets with non-Indian datasets. They don't capture Indian context in many ways. So in order to build up an Indian foundation model which is trained in the Indian datasets, and especially our languages, we launched a call for proposals for building an Indian foundation model. and it was launched on 30th of January, and by 15th February we got 67 proposals. And it's a running call in which proposals can be submitted every month by the 15th of every month. And on 15th March, in the second batch, we got 120 more applications. So in a way, what we see is that there is a lot of enterprise, there is a lot of appetite, there is a lot of capability, and currently we are evaluating those applications. And I hope that the first set of companies or startups who will be funded for building Indian foundation models will be finalized in a week or two, and then they will be working on building an Indian foundation model that we can be truly proud of. The fourth pillar, of course, is about applications. Very often, India has been regarded as the AI use case capital for the world. Our strength in digital public infrastructure is widely known, and the world, especially after G20, acknowledged how India has used technology to transform governance. So towards that objective, we are building applications, AI-based applications in key sectors that can be scaled up, that can be rolled out, that can be deployed at scale. So in that domain also, we kind of had an innovation challenge, and we called for AI applications from startups and entrepreneurs and researchers in 5 domains in the first round. In the domains of agriculture, climate change, healthcare, governance, and learning disabilities. We got around 900 applications, out of which 30 have been finalized at their last stage, at the prototype stage, and they were rewarded, they were felicitated by our minister last month. And these 30 applications, and they are very wide-ranging applications, using AI to detect tuberculosis, using AI to detect floods, using AI to detect extreme heat wave incidents, using AI to help farmers, using AI to help in governance, using AI to detect learning disabilities like dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysgraphia. So multiple such solutions have been developed, and currently we are in the process of getting them further customized so that they can be deployed at scale. Since this is a summit in which we are talking about smart cities and mobility, I will also like to mention some solutions which have been developed by Indian startups. In fact, there is all the traffic challenge that you get, there is AI behind that. In fact, when you jump a red light, or when you are over speeding, how your number plates is captured by cameras which are there, which can work in very low light areas also. And even if there is mud on your number plate, the number plate is red. So that's again an image recognition technology developed by an Indian company, Niantic, which is being deployed not only in India but several US states also are using that. So again, AI has multiple applications. And again, another interesting use case, especially for this sector, that we found in our evaluations was an AI company which is helping city governments and police in detecting traffic violations and also improving city governance. Like for example, every municipal government, their job is to ensure that there are no potholes, there are no garbage dumps, the street lights are functioning, manhole covers are not missing. So very often they have 2 teams. One team goes to find out what is wrong and the other team goes to fix it. But this company built up a solution in which they incentivized the Zomato and Swiggy delivery boys and Ola and Uber drivers in ensuring that when these fellows are navigating the city, the cameras on their phone are actually capturing if there is a garbage or there is a missing manhole cover or a street light is not functioning or a traffic light is not functioning, and then this data along this image along with that log is fed to the control room, and then the teams which are to fix it, they just go and fix it. So in a way, and since municipal corporations pay this company for that, they in turn pay these delivery boys for doing this. It's all AI, image recognition, data analytics, which kind of improve city governance. Several police, district police and state police organizations in the country are using a similar monitoring mechanism to detect traffic violations, to detect if people are over speeding or people are not wearing seat belts or number plates are missing. These cameras are capturing that. So you don't need to put expensive surveillance cameras all over, and you are using this in a way crowdsourcing violations or crowdsourcing issues in governance and using it to fix it. So again, very simple use of artificial intelligence which is improving governance, which is improving city administration. So this is the fourth pillar on which we are developing applications. We are working with state governments, we are working with various government of India departments source problem statements, and then we throw open these problem statements to entrepreneurs who develop solutions. We give 1 crore prize money for those who can develop these solutions, and then we work with them to kind of scale them up to deploy them across the country. So this is the fourth pillar. The fifth pillar is of course about skilling, because very often when we talk of AI, we also talk about what impact it will have on jobs. And as we have seen, most AI tools are leading to productivity improvement. Like the jobs of coders have become easier. The jobs of creative writers have become easier. But when we say it has become easier, they are able to do much more. This also means that the job of 3 coders can be done by 1. The job of 3 creative writers can be done by 1 or 2. So this means there are some people who will become redundant in the system. So there will be chances of they losing their jobs, and we'll have to think of how do we kind of insulate ourselves against job losses with the coming of AI. So future of work becomes very, very important, and the only way to address this is continuous reskilling and upskilling. If our workforce doesn't acquire AI skills, they will be at risk. AI will not take away jobs. We always say that people with AI skills will take away the job from people without AI skills. So we need to continuously focus on reskilling, upskilling. There are several tools which are available there in the online universe. Government has also built a platform called Future Prime Skills, which has got courses on all these domains with which people can continuously upgrade their skills. Under the AI skilling vertical, we are also working on ensuring that we have a continuous pipeline of talent. Now, while we do take pride that we are very strong when it comes to AI skill penetration, but if we don't continuously upgrade our curriculum at engineering colleges and undergrad colleges and take research, we will not be able to catch up with China and the US. So towards this objective, we are giving fellowships to undergrad students and to master's students who are taking up MTech projects, and to research scholars who are working on AI projects. We are also setting up data labs across the length and width of the country, because what we also realize is that many of the jobs in the AI universe, not everybody will be algorithm writer, not everybody will be a code writer. Bulk of the jobs will be data scientists, data analysts, data annotators, because you need a lot of annotated data to build AI applications and models. So we are setting up data labs in the polytechnics and ITIs. So we do believe that polytechnics and ITIs cannot keep on training people to become mechanics and fitters. So those jobs will also vanish with EV and all coming in. So these data labs will train people to become data annotators and data scientists, and those trained in that will be able to take jobs in the data economy. The sixth pillar is about startups. How do we ensure that we provide funding support to startups who are working in this field? There is a lot of, in India, we have one of the largest number of startups who take up these risks, who start working on this. But most of them face a lot of funding challenges at the pre-seed stage, at the seed stage, and of course even at maturity stage. But maturity stage, very often when they have built something, there are a lot of funders who are chasing them, VCs who are setting them. So in order to ensure that we are able to provide them funding support when they need the most, under the AI startup pillar, we are setting up fund of funds. We are providing funding support in order to ensure that they can build up their proper solutions and scale up. We also launched a partnership with the Station F at Paris, where Honorable Prime Minister had gone for the AI Action Summit in the beginning of February. And there we signed a partnership with Station F, which is the world's largest startup ecosystem. And under that, 10 startups are being sent for India for an accelerator program, where they will go there, they will spend 4 months, they will be mentored by HEC Paris and Station F, so that they can access the European markets and also get the best of mentorship and advice from professionals in Paris and Europe. So that's the startup pillar about which we are working. The seventh pillar, the last but not the least, is of course the safe and trusted pillar under India AI Mission, which seeks to ensure that whatever AI applications are developed are conformed to the responsible AI principles. They are ensured that they are ethical, they are safe, they are trusted, they don't result in any user harm. Of course, India's policy towards AI regulation is still more towards driving innovation and not towards bringing in an AI law or bringing in strong regulation which will kill innovation. We have a very delicate balance between innovation and regulation, and what we have done is that is that we have tried to define user harm and try to ensure that any application that results in user harm, for example, deep fakes or misinformation, that is regulated. And we do believe that India's legal system currently, under the IT Act and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the legal provisions are sufficient to deal with AI risks and challenges which are there now. We do not need AI Act like the EU has, but we do not also foreclose because the technology is evolving so fast, and there will be some domains in which some regulation will be required, but not at this stage. We also set up a committee under Professor Ajay Sood, the Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India, and that committee came up with AI governance guidelines, the framework for that, and that report was up for public consultation last month. We have got hundreds of comments there, and based on that, our governance principle, AI governance policy will be notified, and that would primarily be a techno-legal way of regulating applications, and it will not be regulating technology per se, but regulating end uses, and it will kind of work out which are the apps, which are the AI applications which cause risks to humans or to society in general. So those are the ones which are regulated, not all. And in order to do that, in order to build regulatory capacity, we also realize that we need tools. We need tools to detect algorithmic bias. We need tools to detect data bias. We need tools for machine learning. We need tools for detecting deepfakes. We need tools for machine learning. We need tools for watermarking AI-generated content. So towards this objective, we have taken up projects with our research institution, with our IITs, with our triple IITs. So 8 projects were awarded in these fields to these research institutions. And once these tools are developed, if anybody is developing an application and they want to test whether there is any kind of bias in their solution, it can be tested, it can be benchmarked. So that would ensure that any product that's coming to the market will conform to the responsible AI principles. So this becomes a very, very important part of it. And so this was all the 7 pillars of the India AI mission. And what I would do is just conclude with our approach, our expectations. We are looking at where AI will take us tomorrow. So while we build all these applications, ultimately we have to think of that AI has to work for social good, AI has to work for improving lives of people, AI has to work for solving societal problems. So my ask from many of the entrepreneurs who are building this solution is to build a voice-enabled LLM for India. Like the whole world has built text-enabled chat GPTs and which you type and you get a response. But for Indians, for a farmer living in a remote location, he might want to know what fertilizer to use or what pesticide to use or where to sell his crop. But he might not be comfortable going to a browser, entering data or downloading an app or navigating a captcha. He will be more comfortable in giving a voice command कि आगरे में बाजरे की कीमत, आगरे मंडी में बाजरे की कीमत क्या है? And he would want a reply back on voice. Similarly, a poor woman in a rural area, if she wants to know what is the solution for a child suffering for diarrhea, instead of going on a browser or going to a chat GPT, she may be more comfortable in giving a voice command in her mother tongue and getting a reply back about what she should do to tackle such simple problems. So our dream and our expectation is a voice-based LLM wherein people can give these queries in their mother tongue, get the reply back in mother tongue. Most of the work in this field is already done. The Bhashini project does provide APIs, does provide tools for doing seamless translation, speech to speech, speech to text, text to text. These APIs are available, people are using it. All that we need to do is to train LLM on Indian datasets which can answer these queries. So I am sure by the end of the year we'll have a similar such solution, and then only we'll be able to say that yes, we not only have the talent but we also have the technology and with which we'll be able to compete with the best in the world. Thank you for having me over. It was good to share, and maybe I will be benefited by the outcomes and by the other deliberations from the experts with regard to what more the government needs to do in order to kind of further fuel this ecosystem. Thank you once again.